Erev Shabbat Shalom Rabotai. We are continuing with the Mishna Yomi, Masechet Eruvin. We're up to Perek Aleph Mishnah Gimel. Today's Mishnayot should be Le'ilun Nishmat Neria ben Svetlana Ranbai v'Eliyahu ben Burcha Israelov Menuchatam Began Eden. Amen. This Mishnah teaches how wide the cross beam must be that we spoke about in the previous Mishnayot. HaKorash She'amru, the cross beam of which the rabbis spoke, Rechava Kidei Lekabel Ariach, must be wide enough to hold a type of brick called an ariach. The ha'ariach chatzi levena shel shelosha tefachim, and an ariach is half as wide as a levena, which is a brick that is 3 tefachim wide by 3 tefachim long. Therefore, an ariach, the commentaries explain, is a brick 1.5 tefachim wide by 3 tefachim long. However, the cross beam itself does not need to be a full 1.5 tefachim wide. Rather, it is enough for the crossbeam to be 1 tefach wide, so that it can hold an ariach lengthwise, meaning with the length of the ariach lying along the length of the beam and overlapping it a little on each side. And the commentaries say 1 tefach of the ariach's width sits directly on the beam, and 1/4 tefach of the ariach's width extends past each side of the beam. Once the beam is a tefach wide, the 1/4 tefach of this ariach that protrudes from each side can be supported with cement. And again, whoever can see the diagram, it's in the Arts Elucidated Mishnah 3, right after note 1. It'll clarify visually how what the Mishnah is referring to. And the Rav continues to say, if the crossbeam is wide enough to support such a brick in ariach, a structure of some permanence can be built on top of it, and the crossbeam therefore appears to be part of the alley structure, which shows that the alley is not a Reshut HaRabim, not a public domain. But if the crossbeam is narrower, people might think that it had been left there temporarily, and it would not suffice to change the status of the alley in their eyes. And that is in Rabotav Mishnah Gimel. Mishnah Dal now discusses, now that we said the crossbeam must be wide enough for an ariach, the Mishnah discusses whether it must be strong enough to support one. Rechava kedei lekabel ariach, the crossbeam must be wide enough to support an ariach, uvri'a kedei lekabel ariach, and also strong enough to support an ariach, which according to the Yerushalmi, the crossbeam must be strong enough to support a row of bricks along its entire length. But our Mishnah says strong enough to support an ariach. Now the commentators explain, to change the status of the alley, the crossbeam must be capable of supporting a permanent structure, and for that purpose, width alone does not suffice. Rather, the beam must also have the necessary strength. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, but Rabbi Yehuda says, Rechava afal pi she'en bria, if the crossbeam is wide enough to support an ariach, it is effective even if it is not strong enough to support one. Like we taught in Mishnah 1, Rabbi Yehuda holds that the beam serves as a partition that closes off the entrance. So to be a partition, it need only have the correct dimensions. Its strength is not relevant. And the Rav says that the halacha follows the opinion of the Tanakama, Bria lekabel ariach, that it also must be strong enough to support an ariach. The halacha does not follow Rabbi Yehuda. That is in Rabotai of today's Mishna Yomi. Everybody should have a Erev Shabbat Shalom. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen v'amen.